folks, let's finish up the full CRUD on our author by adding edit route, update route, and delete route. So edit route is going to have a view associated with it. Specifically, we're going to put a form in this view that will contain the details for that author so that we can change it or update it, whatever we want to do. Update and delete do not have a view associated with them, so they're going to be redirects in the route. So let's grab this edit route. I'm going to put this in author's controller. I'll put it down here at the bottom. So we're going to do a GET request to get this edit view, which will contain a form. And this time we want it to grab the data for the specific author instance that we want to update or edit the information for. So Mongoose is going to go into the database. It's going to find the specific author by the ID that we pass in through the parameters. And then it's going to render the edit view, and it's going to also bake in the details for that one author that we're grabbing from the database. So the route looks good. The next thing you want to do is create the edit file, and you can do that with a touch views authors edit.hbs. I've already done that here. And then here is our edit form information. So I'll paste that in there. And then notice this wacky magic here, like the question mark underscore method equals put. That's all the method override npm module magic. This is why we included that module in this application, because forms by default, their behavior is to do post requests generally. Sometimes they'll do a get, but most of the time the purpose of a form is to send data to a server, to a database, to create a new instance of something. So if we want this form to do something other than a basic get or a post, we need to override it. So in this case, we're going to send this form with a put request to the /authors method, route rather. So now that we have that, let's refresh our page. Let's see if we can edit William. So I'll go to edit author, and I get this form with the single thing, and I'm going to change this to Willie and hit submit. And so we have the edit working properly. Now we need to add our update method. So the update method is what's going to complete this, kind of this pairing. The update is actually going to update our database with that form information. So let's go down to the update route. I'll grab that route. I'm going to put this in author's controller down here underneath. So this is going to be a put request. So it's going to find the specific author by the ID, and then it's going to update that author with the information that we put into the form. Right now it's just one input field for name. This new :true is an optional kind of object flag that we can put into this Mongo query. So if we don't put this, Mongo in the callback is going to want to return the previous version of the object that we just updated, so we can see what we just changed. This new :true is telling Mongoose to return the updated version of the data for that author. So that's why we're putting this in here. And then remember that update and delete do not have views associated with them, so we're going to need to do a kind of a redirect or a render. In this case, we're going to do a render because specifically we want to add information for the new author into the show. We actually want to rebake this view. Otherwise, you could do something like we did here in our create route. You could just like redirect it to /authors if you want. But let's set this up so we can get a little bit more specific. I want to see the details for that specific author that I just updated. So I'm going to refresh my browser with that new code, and there we go. So it goes back to the show page for this one author, and now the name has been updated to Willie. So that's good.